Good morning, all my podcaster fans and followers. Welcome to the Good Advice Giver Show. It is currently April 27, 2020, 9:36 a.m. And the question for today is, what's the best part of waking up? Do you like coffee or tea in the morning? Like, what are you drinking when you wake up? Do you like orange juice or milk or just some good old fashioned cold water, bottled water? Um, every day I wake up, I generally drink something. That's like one of the first things I do next to going to the bathroom. And hey, what can I say? It's great. It's a great feeling. No particular brand of water or coffee or anything, but lately, I switch it up. Tea with lemon. Ever since the whole coronavirus situation took place, they said that they say that hot water and lemon. So I just do tea with lemon, and I've been feeling great ever since. I've had some days where I woke up and I didn't feel too well, but I get in there and I drink my I switch it up. Like today, here it is a Monday morning, and I do coffee on Mondays. Tuesdays, I try to do tea, and I try to do it like that each day, switching it up. Now, like I say, I'll never forget one of the most memorable slogans or campaigns or whatever that I've ever heard in life. And that's, was it Folgers? The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. And now you look out, and back when I was younger, I didn't drink coffee. I don't know when you started drinking coffee. For all my coffee, Starbucks lovers, McDonald's coffees, Dunkin' Donuts, whatever brand or whatever coffee that you might be drinking in. And I used to really not really be into coffee. I used to be like, people are drinking this, you know what I'm saying? Like, but now I understand. And it happened when I was in college. And it really was like, it started off with energy drinks. I really was like, I fell in love with Red Bulls when I was in college, because in college you don't want to sleep. You want to keep going. You want to keep pushing. Homecoming comes along. And if you didn't know, I'm in love with my HBCU. Shout out Prairie View A&M. PV, So if you're interested, check that out. I've tried all the energy drinks that I could possibly think of off the top of my head. Red Bull, all different flavors of Monsters, Rockstar, whatever, I'm pretty sure some more come to mind in a minute. But and I even, like, when they first came out with the different flavor of the Red Bulls, that changed my life, because I'll never forget, I was on my way to a party. I had just got through pre-gaming it up. We were drinking pretty good, so I had a nice little buzz going. Now, if you don't know about Red Bull gives you wings. Facts. That is a true statement. Red Bull gives you wings, and not only does it give you wings, it gives you like a tremendous amount of energy, a burst of energy or whatever. So when I drank one, and my intoxication went from super high to a mid level or whatever. So excuse me. So by the time I got in the party, here I am. Whew, yeah, it's one of those mornings, I guess. Here I am, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling myself. I'm good. And then next thing I know, the Red Bull takes over, and I'm not intoxicated anymore. I'm not drunk at all. And for you that don't understand, you might not be an avid party goer, but to go to a party sober really sucks. You got people in there trying to bump into you, step on your feet. You never know where they're coming from. You just never know what the deal is. So going to a party and being remotely sober really sucks. Now, but let's see. Like I was saying, I started drinking coffee around the time after my son was born. And like I say, what goes good with coffee? Donuts. Coffee and donuts in the morning. So, I at one point I was going to McDonald's and they had like a coupon, and I was like, oh man, let me try this. It's the same coffee that I'm getting these days, caramel mocha, the caramel mocha coffee. Love it. If I go to McDonald's, I know that if I can, I'll get I think it's like they got a $2 deal. I will get that, the small caramel mocha. And if I'm really feeling myself, I'll get a large caramel mocha, and that will make my day. That right there is just, oh man, just coffee really just smooths your day out. Now, all you Starbucks fans and addicts or whatever, I'll never forget when it first popped up. It is like the most expensive coffee I've ever seen. Like, even if you get any flavored coffee from Starbucks, you just don't. You go in there with $5. You're not coming back with any money, And then they have like these little tip jar things or whatever, And you look at it like, oh, I have this little bit of some coins, Here you go, So, but it is worth it, Starbucks has great customer service. If the coffee isn't the way that you want it, they will fix it, or they'll give you store credit. Those are pretty much two options that I've come across. I don't know if they do anymore, but my friend, he goes to Starbucks a lot, and he's told me he's gotten store credit, gift cards or whatever a lot of times. And then I've been in drive-thru, and they made a mistake on the drink, and they were like, well, here, they're not gonna just throw it away. Some places that is like the craziest thing. It's already made. You might as well give it away. What's the point of throwing anything away? That is like so wasteful. So, they also have a great marketing strategy. Excuse me. A great marketing strategy, which is open up as many Starbucks as possible. And that was good when it first came out, but then I think they kind of took a hit and had to close like 1,200 stores. But I've been in a mall to where there was a Starbucks on every, like, let's say it was a square mall, and you're walking in a circle. Every corner, north, south, east, and west, there was a Starbucks. You're never too far away from like Starbucks, because then you walk in and you're like, oh man, I want some coffee. The first time you pass by Starbucks, it'll be like, you might see like a kiosk Starbucks, and then you might see a full-blown cafe Starbucks, and then you circle around, boom, boom, boom. So all together, you might have like 8 Starbucks in there. And crazy as it may seem, you see Starbucks in those times, and you're a Starbucks fan addict, you're gonna want some Starbucks. You're gonna be like, let me get my Starbucks on. And then they have those times of the year or whatever, where they have those tumblers or whatever. And I know so many people that are Starbucks fans, addicts, that it's just crazy. Now, the other drink that I mentioned was coffee or tea. Tea. Starbucks, it also has tea, and McDonald's, it has some some of the best tea out there. McAllister's, they have really good tea. And I'm just an old school, homegrown, home brewed kind of guy. So I just, like I said, I gotta have my tea. I like tea, and tea has so many healing properties to it, and like it's better to drink it hot than it is cold. But some people aren't hot drinkers. So at the end of the day, you gotta pick and choose your battles. So I love tea. It's one of the few drinks that you can drink that is both hot and cold. And I love me some cold tea too. Don't get twisted, you know. I go to McDonald's every now and again, and it's one of the few places that I will order just straight off order some McDonald's tea. And I like my tea sweet. I can't do like unsweet tea. And then I buy the peak tea, green tea, whatever. So also, you know, that's another thing about tea. There's so many different principles. Like there's so many, like you could get a tea to help you sleep. You could get a tea to help you lose weight. You could get a tea to help you, you know, more energy, you know, caffeine or whatever. And that's the key on both ends or whatever. Because, you know, you got decaf coffee, which I would never understand getting it, you know. When people say decaf, that's just like saying you know, drinking flavored water. I'm doing every time the what I'm drinking it for is for the energy, for the boost. And with that being the case, I drink it for the boost, and I want to know that boost of energy is exactly what I need for the day. So also they came out with those little 5-hour energy shots. 5-hour energy shots, it does what it's supposed to do. It gives you a good run of energy for about 5 hours. Then, depending on the person and the tolerance, about 3 good strong hours. But you don't really, it doesn't crash you like the Red Bull does. So Red Bull is more of a party drink. Like you go to the club, they charging you like $3 to $5 for a can that you could have got at the store for like $2, you know. So you just yeah, I'm good on the Red Bull, and I seen people doing Red Bull and Crown Royal and Red Bull and Hennessy and Red Bull and vodka, you know. And I don't really think it's about the taste. I just think it's about the way it makes you feel, you know. You know, like the song, the way it makes you feel. So you get off in there and you make that decision on what you want to drink. But then, you know, there are some of the people out there that want stuff that's going to put them to sleep. So you got those people who are out there drinking a mixture of Sprite or Dr. Pepper or pineapple or whatever, Fanta or something like that, and they're pouring up, you know, that little whatever that's making them sleepy, you know. Cough syrup or whatever is basically what it is. And yeah, phone's ring off the hook today. And with you know, they know that the codeine or whatever is going to make them sleepy. They're going to sleep. So yeah, all right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start to wrap this up. Let me know in the comments. Do you drink coffee? Do you drink tea? Like, what do you prefer? What is your favorite drink? Are you a heavy water drinker? You know, are you a cranberry juice drinker? You know, orange juice drinker? Are you drinking it for the feel, the thrill, or are you just trying to get hydrated? Are you a Gatorade or a Powerade drinker or whatever? Like, let me know. But mainly, I'm interested in the morning time and the coffee and the tea. And, you know, if you would, you know, like I say, engage and leave some comments and, like they say, spill that tea. I love seeing those Kermit the Frog tea memes where they're talking, and the next thing you know, you see Kermit sipping tea or whatever. Yep, this is your boy Terrence Grundy out here giving out the good advice. And I'm signing off. See y'all later. Stay tuned next time.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.